Life is all about connections. We meet people and gain value from our connections with them. An important tool in the formation of these connections is eye contact. Eye contact could be the key component in establishing a connection with a future wife, boss, or business partner. An interesting quote I came across recently just shows how important eye contact really is. It reads, "Eyes are the window to the soul." This quote has been attributed to many great people, including William Shakespeare and Leonardo da Vinci. Regardless of the origins of the quote, the message is clear. Eye contact is an important part of the connecting with other people at a personal level. Eye contact is one of the most imperative forms of body language. Eye contact shows respect, friendliness, and even authority. By maintaining the correct amount of eye contact, connections can be made that would otherwise not fully develop. In my preparation for this speech, I read 9 articles outlining the importance of eye contact. I also conferred with my employer to explore the role of eye contact in the workplace. In this speech, I plan to highlight some important findings from my research on eye contact. I will also give some pointers that will be beneficial to know for everyday communicating and networking. Let's look first into ways of maintaining eye contact that can help with networking. Many people don't understand just how vital eye contact is for communication. It can make or break first impressions. These first impressions are considered by some to be the most important part of the relationship building process. Eye contact can help with all first impressions, whether they be professional, romantic, or recreational. The amount of eye contact maintained in a conversation is important. Too much or too little eye contact can negatively impact the conversation. According to an article published by Michigan State University, a person should maintain eye contact for 50% of the time he or she is speaking, and 70% of the time that he or she is listening. This helps display interest if you are listening, and confidence and legitimacy if you're speaking. People often make assumptions based on the amount of eye contact that is used in a conversation. Too little eye contact is given. They may assume the speaker has no passion on the subject, or that the speaker is an unsure or an unreliable source. Too little eye contact can also be a sign of insecurity or even guilt. We've seen how positive eye contact can be beneficial. Now let's take a look at how negative eye contact can be harmful to networking when not used properly. Eye contact can also absolutely ruin a conversation even when the right intentions are there. You may lock eye contact with a person because you're very passionate about a subject, but this could be perceived as staring. This could cause the listener to become nervous, uncomfortable, or defensive. They may see prolonged eye contact as a threat or become intimidated into shyness by staring. Now that we have seen what positive and negative eye contact can bring to a casual conversation, let's see what it can do in the workplace. Alex Van Dozlier from Winona State University wrote a study performed by Buckhart and Hawking determining whether or not the level of eye contact used in an interview is important enough to affect the interviewer applicants. They performed a test where they had people watch certain interviews and rate them on whether or not their eye contact was appropriate or not appropriate. The people who were using the correct eye contact earned much higher scores. In my research on eye contact, I spoke with a previous employer and personal hockey coach, Tony Sazowski, on the importance of eye contact in interviews. As a hockey player, you want to have positive conversation with potential coaches, showing them that you are honest, loyal, passionate, and hardworking. When you step into the coach's office for an interview at a tryout, you want to make sure that you're positive and lasting impression to make sure that they remember you. Tony says, I usually am very good judge of character and loyalty. I can tell within the first 5 minutes of my first encounter with a person whether they're a good person or not, and eye contact plays an important role in this process. Now that we have seen how eye contact can be used positively and negatively, let's review the key points here. Eye contact may seem like a trivial aspect to communication, but it can actually make or break a conversation. Eye contact is important both when speaking and listening. The key to establishing good eye contact is to find a balance between too much and too little eye contact. Remember to try and keep eye contact 70% of the time while listening and 50% of the time while you're speaking. Finding that balance can help you find a good job, a good spouse, or a good friend. key to any conversation is maintaining the correct amount of eye contact so you and the person you're talking with can feel comfortable and connected. With this nonverbal communicating skill mastered, you're going to find yourself keeping a lot of listeners engaged in your conversations, and people who are talking to you will feel like you are really listening to them and care about what they really have to say. Once the skill has been mastered, relationships will develop more quickly and will last much longer. Thanks for listening tonight, and I hope you guys all take something away from this.
Yeah, man! Woo!
You know what a button is?